Good morning. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chuku. On this wonderful edition of the program, we are right here in Ogba as we get the opinions of Nigeria and the position of ordinary Nigerians on the street. I have my wonderful committed viewers here this morning, Mr. Chigoze, Mr. Okokunde, Mr. David, Mr. Kunle, Mr. Charles, Mr. Raphael, and Mr. Matthew. We're here to do justice to these headlines this morning. Let's quickly go over to the newspaper review. I have the Vanguard. I have three papers with me here this morning: Vanguard, the Sun, and also I have the Nation's newspaper. Families of these policemen, born stations yet to be fixed. Policemen working like refugees. How I narrowly escaped hoodlums attack. Policeman recounts. COVID response slow yet to rehabilitate 44 burned police stations. Policemen still lack crowd control devices. FG confirms arrival of final batch of Super Tucano jets as OBJ Jonathan mourn as first US Black Secretary of State. Colin Powell dies of COVID-19 complications. 40 killed as bandits attack Goronyo Market in Sokoto. 40 killed as bandits attack Goronyo Market in Sokoto. Security forces kill 10 bandits in Kaduna State. Security forces kill 10 bandits in Kaduna State. Rescue hostage. More successes are being recorded in war against insecurity. Buhari facilitates with Muslim faithful on Eid el-Maulud. Charges media on proper reportage of security issues. As we may want to inform you, today is Prophet Muhammad's birthday. Okay, let's move over to the next paper. Okay, Elder Maulud, Buhari, Lawan, Gbajabiamila, Khan, others, always preaching peace. Now they are preaching peace. Let's move to the Nation newspaper. Insecurity orders, US join forces with Nigeria. Insecurity orders, US join forces with Nigeria. Police, no to ash NSAS protest in Lagos. Anxiety over clash of groups. Uba seeks court nod to visit Kanu in detention. Uba seeks court nod to visit Kanu in detention. That is, Uba seeks permission from court to visit Kanu in detention. I am best for Anambra, says Andy Uba. Kanu slammed with more treason charges. Kanu slammed with more treason charges. And lastly, the Daily Sun newspaper. FG must produce Nnamdi Kanu in court Thursday. That is from Ohaneze. FG must produce Nnamdi Kanu in court Thursday. That is Ohaneze. Blames agitation on marginalization, alienation. Blames agitation on marginalization, alienation. Bloodbath in Sokoto market. 30 killed in attack. Policeman murdered. 2 vehicles station burnt in Ebonyi. Get ready to be crushed, Buhari tells bandits. Security forces kill 10 bandits. Rescue hostage in Kaduna State. Marwa advocates drug test for politicians, students, others. Marwa advocates drug test for politicians, students, others. As NDLEA seizes 2 million kg of hard drugs in 9 months. Wow. NDLEA seizes 2 million kg of hard drugs in 9 months. EDSA's Lagos panel ends sitting, compensates 24 victims. Lagos panel ends sitting, compensate 24 victims. Editors conference. Governors Fashola, Monguno, Irabo, Kiari, Olorun Yomi, others confirmed attendance. Okay, that's it, buddy. Let's move up to our review this morning. I have Mr. Chigoze this morning has come to. Good morning, Mr. Chigoze. Fine. We have tomorrow and next tomorrow. Now, Ohanese is coming out to say federal government must produce Nnamdi Kanu in court Thursday. What's your take on it?
Yes, I think that is uh, the court injunction delivered, and the government of the day has no right to keep him away from the court. So if you have levied or you have alleged him of so many crimes, then he should be present to defend himself. So unless otherwise you don't have any substantial evidence, you are trying to circumvent the judgment, or by way of procrastinating or delaying, interfering in the course of the judicial proceedings. But the issue remains that he has the right to appear in, of course, to defend whatever allegation that have been levied against him. It still remains an allegation. It has not been proven otherwise. And meanwhile, for that to be established, the federal government of Nigeria must, beyond reasonable doubt, of course, substantiate their claims or evidence with verifiable evidence.
There are fears that they may not produce him in court. That's why you see all these calls calling the federal government that they must produce him. There are fears. What do you think about that?
Yeah, whatever may be the people's reservations about that opinion, well, we have to keep calm while 48 hours is just behind the corner. So whatever happens, we define the way forward. But the truth that the government of Nigeria, under the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari, should not take the people for granted. And he should be reminded, of course, that whatever, of course, happens as a result or aftermath of this level of injustice, by not bringing him to court, the government should take the blame, and the people are not happy. We can't continue in this level of atrocity. It means that we are not all equal before the law. And look at what is happening down in Meduguri.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Meduguri state has been, in fact, in time not east. You see the U.S. Report on the humanitarian crisis. That is the worst in the world humanitarian crisis. It had never.
That's the
If,
worst in the world.
yes, the worst in the world. And the government of the day is playing is indifference about that. You can imagine the impact of the devastation. I mean, carried out by Boko Haram, by the bandits, and the government has not deemed it necessary even to arrest or prosecute the supposed sponsors of this heinous crime. Not, not just against the Borno city indigens, but against humanity. You know how many people that have been killed in the last almost close to 2 decades now, and you have not done anything about that. You're only interested in an innocent person who, of course, is just a, a political, a prisoner of conscience. You are busy, I mean, exerting your force, your whole power on to crush him. Of which the people, he has the people. And of course, they cannot watch that happen. That is a very strong message. Of course, the government must absorb, must be willing.
Just the question I asked. Okay. Now, more charges have been filed against Nnamdi Kanu. 7-count charges have been filed by Malami against Nnamdi Kanu prior to his arraignment on court. What do you think about that?
That is the height of madness. For barely since 2015 or thereabout, you've not been able to substantiate. You've not been able to make any valid arguments in that regards. You keep on updating and whatever, laying more allegation. What really do you want him to do? You see, you cannot substantiate or prove otherwise. So you should allow, rather than these media trials and all that, which means that is what just somebody without any basis depends only on making noise. We have a judicial process which must be strictly adhered. Malami is not even by all consideration in a class society, in a civilized world. In a society where you respect ingenuity, you respect that is driven by merit and ingenuity. This man has under no circumstances should he emerge as the Attorney General of Justice of the Federation. You see, what are his pedigree? So rather than making useless noise on the media, let him allow the judicial process to take place. It's not the chief judge or whatever presiding over the case. So these are just immaterial and a mere distraction, which of course at this time the world is following up. We are following up, and we cannot allow such level of injustice to continue.
Okay,
yes, we must chart the way forward. That is it. God cannot do that for us.
Bloodbath in Sokoto market. 30 killed in attack. Policeman murdered. Now, Buhari is saying that get ready to be crushed. Buhari tell bandits. What's your take on that?
In fact, I doubt the existence of the so-called Buhari. In fact, the rumor, of course, it has been alleged that he's dead, and of course, the circumstances in recent developments suggest otherwise. Because how can you be the chief, the grand commander and chief of armed forces, and yet within your own territory, under your nose, your supposed citizens are being killed at will, are being harassed, molested? I'm not talking about the southern region, even the northern region. Who you think is solidarity with you? Who you think that supported you? Why can't you give them that sense of belonging? Why can't you protect them? You are just busy moving the whole military apparatus down to the south to kill, intimidate. Why you leave them at the mercy of bandits, at the mercy of Boko Haram and Islamic apology? These are not just static cows. These are human beings created in the image of God, which, of course, there is no difference between you, the Buhari, and those people. It's just that you are privileged to. Is that a privilege? Isn't that an abnormality? Is a misnomer. So I shouldn't consider it a privilege. It's a misnomer for a person of his character, of his personality, to emerge as the president of Nigeria. That is the worst calamity that have ever befallen the entire human race.
Okay.
That a man called General Muhammadu Buhari, after, of course, carrying out a heinous crime, a treason offense against the Nigerian state in 1983 or 84, yet returned back as an executive, not even elected. I said it's a misnomer. So that has landed us to this level of atrocity and heinous crime. The good thing remains that people, of course, are politically awakened, and we're living in that political consciousness that, of course, we have the rights, we are aware of our rights and fundamental obligations, which we must continue to press on. We continue to push on until the needful is done. We can't continue in this animalistic and zoological and state and mentality.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie. Final thoughts.
Do have a great day, esteemed viewers. And whatever happens, the government of Buhari with Osibanjo will not be absorbed of this complicity. Whatever crime or killings that is going on, I think a time will come when they should be called to answer for such. I think they will not go scot-free. But here comes Biafra. I am a Biafran man. I may not be part of IPOB because by default, I am a Biafran man. And why I support Nnamdi Kanu is because I have digested his position and I'm better informed that he really meant the well, not just the goods of Biafrans. The only way the northern people can survive, can come back to their senses and take the way forward, have to move and elevate their people from such level of adverse poverty, is the restoration of Biafra. That is the holy hope for humanity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie.
Kudos to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie.
Thank you.
Let me.
Okay.
Please, there's a link. You can say there's a link that will be posted on the live chat. Please click on that link so that you'll be part of the program. As you click on that link, we'll invite you, and live you'll be with us and you speak with us. Now, if you come online, please. This question is, what do you think about Nnamdi Kanu appearing on the Abuja High Court on Thursday? What's your thought about it? Will he appear or not? If he doesn't appear, what do you think should happen? I have Mr. Matthew here this morning. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Okay. So Matthew, let's manage it like this.
Okay, there's no problem.
Okay.
We have tried to restructure it. Since Nigeria refused to restructure.
Let's restructure the bus stop.
Okay.
Okay. Marwa advocates drug tests for politicians, students, others. Marwa advocates drug tests for politicians, students, and others. What's your take?
The truth is, drug is not good for mankind. Narcotic generally, whether cannabis sativa, whether heroin, whether cocaine, whether the one they call loud, SK. I mean,
so, Pastor, you know about all this.
Recent, I start knowing of all these ones. You know where I knew this? When the issue of Ataga came up. That's when I knew about loud and SK. I didn't know about them, but I knew of cannabis sativa. I knew of heroin, cocaine. Those are the popular ones. But generally speaking, it is bad for mankind, because this is something that puts you into that affects your psyche, that makes you think beyond normal human being, and it can put you to taking risk that is detrimental to your own very self. Risk that ordinarily, if you are not under the influence of narcotics, you will not take it, because there's a risk that before you are back on it, you know that it is life and death. But for someone who is under the influence of narcotic, he will not mind. He will take it. He will take some risk. I'm speaking from experience.
From experience?
Yes.
You used to drink.
No, I've tasted.
When you were in the world.
I've tasted cannabis sativa.
Wow.
So I know what I'm saying. It's bad. It's not good for mankind.
So our politicians should be tested.
Even what they call monkey take is bad. That's why I say I'm speaking from experience, so that people will understand the perspective from which I'm speaking. Because I've tasted it, I can attest that it is bad.
Okay. Let's FG must produce Nnamdi Kanu in court Thursday. Ohanese is saying blames agitation on marginalization and alienation.
Thank you very much. I think from my own perspective,
are there fears that they may not produce Nnamdi Kanu in court? That's why you see all these calls.
No, judging from federal government's DSS antecedents, there's every possibility of Nnamdi Kanu not being brought to the courts. Even at the first instance when he was under prosecution before he was granted bail, there are instances where he needed to appear in court and DSS will not produce him in court. Even at the last day when he was supposed to be arraigned, DSS gave a flimsy excuse of logistics. As such, he was not brought to court. We have seen the case of Dasuki on several occasions that when DSS will flagrantly flout the order of the court to produce him in court. So judging by the antecedents of DSS, there's every likelihood that they will not produce him in court. But again, I think if you accuse, the onus lies on you to prove your case. I think Nigeria, as a sovereign state that they are, has all it takes to prosecute. More so, the person you are accusing is already in custody. So why are you running away from the truth? Because for me, I think the right thing to do, because I saw the gimmick of Nigerian government at the first instance of the prosecution, where they said they wanted to try and secretly. Nigerian government has all it takes to protect whoever is the prosecution witness. Should not be talking about secret prosecution. I'm not saying that I said it now. The one they did previously. Then again, if you look at all the activities that accumulated since his extraordinary rendition from possibly Kenya to Nigeria, you understand that the government is not coming clean on this. Why will federal government of Nigeria, through DSS, refuse American embassy from Allied and Nnamdi Kanu sign a form from British embassy that will give him consular assistance from British government? Because it's somebody that was arrested anywhere they claim to have arrested him with a British passport. So by our standard, at the point of interception, at the point of arrest, he was a British citizen. So by our standard, if you didn't extradite him in the first place, you need to take him to Britain before you start arguing whether he's a Nigerian or not. Having said that, we equally have a situation where a British law firm have equally written to Nigerian DSS, brought a form to him for him to sign, so that they could take over the case. And these are normal due legal process. And Nigerian DSS refused to allow sign that form because I can understand that what they needed to do is to approach a British court, to ask that court to mandate Nigerian government or Nigerian DSS to produce Nnamdi Kanu in British court to argue whether the process of extradition to either Kenya or from wherever to Nigeria was done with due process and in accordance with Eastern laws, both internationally and our local laws. Okay. But the DSS refused to allow and sign those relevant forms. Okay. So if you see a government that run away from due process, let's not tell you that ab initio they already have penchant for mischief. That's why I see it. And again, to answer your question directly, I doubt whether Nnamdi Kanu will be produced in court.
7 more charges are being filed against him.
It's not about the number of charges. I can understand they have added terrorism, treasonable felony, and all that. But it's not about the number of charges. It's about proving your case. Because you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And in doing so, the man who is accused is deemed innocent until proven otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. As we speak, if the court grants him bail, I don't know anyway, I doubt whether the government will allow him to enjoy the bail, judging by the antecedent of the government and the DSS.
Okay.
So I doubt if DSS will produce him in court. That's the truth.
Okay. NSAS Lagos panel ends sitting, compensates 24 victims. My worry is that why is it so quick now that there's a protest coming forth?
The government
Lagos panel ends sitting, compensates 24 victims. What's your take on that?
My take is simple. Because you got to check some of the national dailies, so that you see how so many protesters in custody as we speak.
Over 200, almost 300.
That's in custody. Then does it not make you see a government that have penchant for mischief? Because as at the time the protesters, we are talking about 5 for 5. They range from 1, release of all detained protesters, justice for all SARS and other police, victims of other police and brutality, training of and retraining of police personnel, establishment of independent panels to investigate all cases of essential killing and violation of human rights by police. And again, evaluation of the psyche of the police personnel. If you subject all these five of five demand to critical analysis, you discover that the government has not addressed most of them. The only area we agree that the government perhaps have addressed is in the area of setting up panels to address the issue of extrajudicial killing, violation of human rights, and all that. But again, the result that is coming out from those panels, has compensation been adequately given to people who are involved? Obviously, no. So states that started paying compensation, it got to a point where they discovered that some states were not paying because those ones were demanding that federal government that owns police should take responsibility for their negligence and dereliction of duty, which I equally agree to. So on that basis, even states that started paying up, they should stop paying. Instead that they started paying. Instead that Lagos was paying. But the issue is, we should have a way of compelling government who owns this security, the police that committed all this crime against Nigerians, to pay all this compensation. Because we have instances even before now where court will give judgment, whether against DSS, whether against police, whether against any government enforcement agency. The government will not pay the necessary compensation. You find a situation where the person is even going to court to ask the court to issue a court, they call it garnishing order. That is an order compelling the government agency to pay. At the end of the day, you see that the government is even at that level reneging from paying. It responds the government as an irresponsible government, as an illegitimate government. No wonder John Campbell wrote to American Congress that they should recognize Nigeria as a first state, because you can see all the indices of a first state very easier in Nigeria. You can see what government call non-state actors taking charge of Nigerian landscape, giving order against Nigerian order, and you see Nigerian citizens obeying them. But what I'm saying in essence is, if you look at all the 5 for 5 that necessitated the NSAS protest, has it been addressed? If you look at it one by one, obviously no.
Okay, finally,
so there is need for another protest to drive home the feeling of Nigerians.
Okay, we are expecting you tomorrow, Mr. Matthew.
Of course,
for the protest.
Of course, I'll be available.
We'll be together.
Of course, I'll be available. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Once more, please. There's a link that's been posted on the live chat to join the conversation. Please click on that link and join. Then we have you live this morning. I have Mr. Okokodem.
Just
good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Fine.
How was your night?
Fine.
Glory be to God. Shall we pray? Father Yahweh, I thank thee in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I worship thee for keeping us alive, for making us to be together today, for seeing the light of the day. Be glorified in Jesus' name. I thank thee on behalf of Philip TV, whom I've used for people to hear our voice. I said, Lord, be blessed, be magnified on behalf of Flip TV, and continue to bless them more and more in Jesus' name. I thank thee on behalf of our viewers all over the world, whom we have met to know the truth and to stand the truth, who accept our voice, who recognize what we are doing here. Father Yahweh, be blessed, be glorified on their behalf in Jesus' name. And I thank you for the one that has this in their hand in pocket to give us. Father Yahweh, bless them in Jesus' name. I thank you on behalf of Biafra. I thank you on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. I thank you on behalf of ESN. I thank you on behalf of Sunday Bohu, Amateku, and to all the Republic. Be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. Amen. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Oko condemned in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live Sunday Bohu. Long live Amateku. Long live Odua Republic. Long live Nigeria. We all will live and become neighboring nation. Biafra will exist. Nigeria will not perish. Odua will exist. Nigeria will not perish. But if they wish to live, but as for Biafra, we believe in Jesus' name. What is going on?
More charges have been filed against Nnamdi Kanu.
Oh well.
By the federal government.
It's not a new thing. I know that they will do it. Because federal government is looking at every avenue, everywhere, every loophole to escape. They don't want to produce Nnamdi Kanu on this next tomorrow. think today is 19. Next tomorrow, they don't want to produce him. And I knew they will not produce him.
How do you know they will not produce him?
The Spirit of God ministered to me. I'm telling you honestly.
Pastor Okpara.
I am Pastor Okpara.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you.
It is noted. It is noted.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
If they bring Nnamdi Kanu to court, it's a mistake. That's normal. That's not the normal way of this present Nigerian government. If they eventually bring Nnamdi Kanu next tomorrow in a court, it's a very big mistake on their side. And when they go home, they'll be crying, why should we do this type of mistake? Go and mark it.
Continue.
I say, they will not bring it. They will not bring Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
Yes, the Spirit of God.
The Bible says, woe to him that says, thus say the Lord. If God are not saying, if God actually minister to you, I don't have issue.
Then leave me and God. Leave me and God.
He's a prophet. He's a prophet.
Yes.
He's a prophet.
Leave me and God alone. It's not for me and God. Okay. Because the Spirit of God in me cannot tell me lie. This is why I tell you two things. If they bring him, it's a mistake to them.
No, but when you say they bring him, it's a mistake.
To them.
You are looking for a landing ground.
I'm not.
Just stand on the word.
I'm not looking for a landing ground. I'm not looking for a landing ground. But sometimes people like to come to God to know what He can do. Sometimes people would like to escape God's judgment. And if they escape God's judgment, fine to them. Okay. Which I'm praying for Nigeria to escape God's judgment.
Okay.
For them to do a needful thing.
And if they don't produce him, what do you think will happen?
Look, if they did not introduce him to God, they should expect what Pharaoh met when he refused to let the Israelites go. They should expect it. I am not God. God knows how you do it. You do it. That's what I'm telling you. Now, 7 church count they put to Nnamdi Kanu is to forsake the movement of him appearing to court. And if you watch all what federal government of Nigeria, this flanny federal government of Nigeria is doing, is to keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention until the name Buhari come down. Accomplish his remaining a year plus that remain now to hand over. That's what they are playing. If another thing, they will keep Nnamdi Kanu alive, which I'm praying for him to be alive. Because this Nigerian government never fear law. They don't fear God. How much for to keep law? If Nigerian government fear God, all this shedding of blood and denying people's rights could not be taking place. If they fear God, the law they make, they could not be broke it. Now, Nigerian government will go to court and obey law when it favors them. When it favors them. But when the law and court is against them, they'll never keep it. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm telling you, the way they are moving, the way they are doing things, will show you that they will not bring Nnamdi Kanu to court. Okay, look at it. First instances, the way they bring him back to Nigeria is illegal. And they did not follow the due process. But when FBI of America demand the Abba Kyari, Nigeria remember to go do due process. Which means Nigeria know what they are doing. It's not a mistake for them, whatever they did. They know it. Now look at it. When they bring Nnamdi Kanu here down to Nigeria, all effort, both what British did and did not accept it to be there. So if you look at the process of things were going wrong. But as I said before, I beg Nigerian government to swallow their pride, to bury their pride. I am the giant of Africa. What I say is what will happen. I am in what? I am in power. They should bury that thing and produce Nnamdi Kanu and grant him bail. Because you can't negotiate with somebody whom you're in detention. Now, if they did not bring it, I said it at least last year. I said it last year that the federal government of Nigeria, Fulani government of Nigeria, should not allow.
Please click on the link and let's see if you can join us live. Thank you. Continue.
That they should not allow we, Biafrans, Easterners, to carry arms. Because if we carry arms, to stop it, it will be very hard. It takes us time to take decision. Okay. You can be doing, be watching you. But any day we take a decision, we're not going back. Okay. We will see the end. Now they force the people to form ESN. They refuse to control Fulani herdsmen. They form ESN. Now ESN is operating. They refuse to cooperate. Unknown gunmen come out. Now we have two unknown gunmen. One for the Easterners, one for the people in the government. We don't know what is operating now. But if you see how this scenario is going, is the unknown gunmen on government side that are operating now. Not unknown gunmen on Biafra side.
Okay.
Not ESN. It's on government side that operating now. And if this and the IPOP, Easterners, both IPOP and non-IPOP that are bent to have Biafra, they have told federal governments to do what? To produce Nnamdi Kanu in court.
Okay. Sorry, let me take in somebody. You still talk.
Okay.
Okay, good morning. Let's have somebody on the StreamYard. Mr. Onoche, this morning. Can I have you, Mr. Onoche?
Good morning. Good morning, all. Yeah, good
How
morning.
are you, Mr. Onoche? In anticipation to Thursday, Nnamdi Kanu is expected to be present in court. Nnamdi Kanu is expected to be present in court. What do you think if he's not presented in court, as many people have been saying? Nnamdi Kanu is expected to be present in court. What do you think if he's not presented in court, as many people have been
What's
saying?
your take? To me, if Nigeria want people to still respect them, they must provide Nnamdi Kanu. If they fail to do it, you know we are in autopilot. Frankly speaking, here in diaspora, the ambassadors will start missing also. We will teach them a lesson. All right? We will deal with them.
Is that a threat?
We will deal with them ruthlessly. No retreat, no surrender. There is no apology. If you bite me because you have teeth, I will do more to you. Right? There are many ways of killing an animal without seeing blood. They think they are wise. We are wiser than them. All right. So if the zoo want peace, they release our leader.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Onoche. Thank you for your.
Because we are out.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Onoche.
God bless. Have a nice day. God bless. I'm watching you guys. I'm watching. Mr. Raf, I'm throwing salute.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, have Mr. Akpara. Mr. Raf, they are throwing salute to you.
Yeah.
When you come on, you.
Okay. My brother, Mr. Noche, and Mr. I'm thanking you for your contribution. You're my man. God will bless you.
Okay, you heard what he said?
Yeah, I heard what he said. It's just like what I want to say or what I'm trying to say. You understand? These people are non-IPOB, the lovers of Biafra, the agitators of Biafra, the lovers of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the people who love the truth and people who love Jesus Christ, have called them and told them, produce Nnamdi Kanu in the court this coming next tomorrow. If you did not produce him, we will grant Southeast down. We will grant South down. We will grant Biafra land down. Nothing concerning Nigeria will be existing there anymore. Now, and I am begging federal government, suggesting to them, pleading to them to avoid trouble, to avoid killing innocent people and non-innocent people. They are bloodshed. To avoid the reputation of 1966 to 1967, to 1970. To avoid the reputation of 1966 to 1970. To avoid it, they should do what? Produce Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, finally, Mr. Because of time, please.
Yeah. I'm coming. You see what I'm trying to say. Let us cooperate to avoid unnecessary hardship to the people. Because no matter what you do, these people that are demanding for freedom, these people, we Biafran are demanding for freedom, demanding for release of Nnamdi Kanu, they admit that this time around. Because it's not the politicians are leading. It's not the elders are leading. Even sit at home, they cut off, IPO be cut off. You see that people insist, sit at home, to tell you that this generation mean what they are doing. And if federal government is failed to bring Nnamdi Kanu to court, these politicians in South, East that are supporting federal government, even from federal government, they will see wonders. They will see Nketoro Biachi.
Okay, thank you very
You
much.
understand?
Mr. Thank you.
So, my advice or my final saying, federal government should do the needful thing. For the moment, to keep.
I used to give them space.
For the moment,
No.
to keep Nigeria a little while, it will stay before they separate. Because I know that by and by, Nigeria will separate.
Okay.
I know that by and by, Biafra will go, which is where I believe. Nothing more.
Okay, thank you very much.
I am Mr. Paradeni Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live Amateku. Long live Sunday Bohu. Long live ESN. Long live Oduduwa Republic. We will live and separate peacefully in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much. We have one person on the stream here this morning. Can I know who is online this morning? Asabatex, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, you would like your contribution on Nnamdi Kanu this morning. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
He's supposed to be arraigned in court on Thursday, Abuja High Court, and we expect that he has a fair trial. Let's get your comment or your position on that information.
Make you go allow, sir.
I'm Asabates, calling from Italy. Are you hearing me? Asabates, calling from Italy.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my contribution towards Nnamdi Kanu, what I will say in the first instance is that Nigeria did not have a government. So a place you don't have a government, you cannot expect somebody to be in the court. Because I don't see the reason why Nigerian government or Nigerian DSS cannot produce somebody in the court when they have a court mandate. It is only happened according to Nnamdi Kanu in the zoo. That is a place such a thing can happen. You don't deny somebody's court's rights. I have never seen it in my own experience in Europe. So it's very appalling seeing that a situation, we don't have a government. Until we have a government, that is where somebody can stand by his rights. I think you understand what I'm saying. Are you hearing me? Hello? 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 Hello?
Okay.
Has it gone off?
Yeah, and the network. Network issues this morning. Please bear with us. The network issue. And please, if you are still, if there's network issue, you can still keep on talking. We are listening to you. We can hear you. Thank you very much, Mr. Asabatex. I have Mr. Raphael. Good morning, Mr. Raphael.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Christian. And good morning to you on the chair my man. Acho, my man. Collins, you guys are my man. Odulade, Ade, you are my man. Mario, though you attack Odulade na joke, oh, you are my man. Then, Jarek, you always help me. I like you. Mama America, all of you, I like all of you. Tunaja, my man. No matter how you attack, oh, but the other day you call on video, you wear mask, you did not expose your face. I wanted to know if you are a handsome man. I watch Egbo. Kayode is from Ijebu, very handsome guy, gang up. What about Ola? Ola gang up. I was asking Ola, Oga, do you carry weight? He started laughing. Then Kelly, my man, all of you there. Collins, I'm hailing you. Nkechi, both my mama Nkechi, mom Nkechi and Auntie Nkechi. Well, let me stop here. Let me just give you people the current information that's going on in Nigeria now. They have laid another 7 count charges against Nnamdi Kanu. You see one thing? That's 7 fresh charges. Okay, somebody's online. Okay.
Okay, good morning. Who is online? Mr. Raf with that information. 7 count charges on Nnamdi Kanu. Who is online this morning? 7 count charge, fresh count charge on Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. Sean. Good morning, Mr. Sean. What do you think the federal government wants to achieve with the 7 count charge slammed on Nnamdi Kanu? Mr. Sean, you have the floor. Mr. Sean, you are live this morning. What do you think about the extra 7 count charge or amended 7 count charge slammed on Nnamdi Kanu? Where is the federal government going with this? You are live, Mr. Sean. Okay, who else is on the line on stream here this morning? Same question applies. What do you think the federal government wants to achieve with a 7 count charge slammed on Nnamdi Kanu? Mr. Rich, you are live. Good morning. I'll give you a contribution.
Good morning.
Mr. Rich, you have the floor.
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Nigeria federal government, they are not following the due process.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I said the Nigeria federal government, they are not following the due process because the president do not have the criteria to lead the country, to move the country forward. Right from 1983, he has been a failure to Nigeria, and 2015 to 2021 is still a failure to Nigeria. In any country, when you hold somebody, you take it to the court, then let the judiciary at least to judge and prescribe anything about the issue. Not that you just hold somebody, putting in a somewhere, nobody know where he is, either he's being kept very well and all that, nobody know. So that is just the truth. Talking about our economy is in a bad shape. It's in a bad shape. So that is just the truth. So the more important thing I can contribute in
thank you very much, Mr. Rich. Thank you for your contribution. I have Mr. Raf. He has the floor. Continue.
On trying to bring this young man to court. You are laying more charges on him. That will rubbish everything. You know one thing? I said it brings more danger, more quarrel, more trouble is this. Fulani government, Fulani man like Buhari has never been able to study Igbo man well. We are talking of what he has rubbished in the future. In the past, in the person of Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB. He's trying to do it the more. Another one, what do you call it? Intimidation. Over marginalization brings about Biafra agitation. Alienation. They just abandon Igbo man. Busy, eating, drinking, feasting on Nigerian money. Hausa president, Yoruba president, Fulani president, Hausa president, Yoruba president. Igbo man will just be looking. Are you listening to me? Just yesterday, they made somebody from South president. They are not, the owner of the oil. They could not even control their emotion. Was it not Palace coup that removed Jonathan from office? Have you not seen how they gang up? So let me tell you, the achievement of more 7 charges on Nnamdi Kanu is going to rubbish everything. Ask me why. They have never been able to study Igbo man. That once you are fighting Igbo man, be very, very careful. You are fighting him in his right. Be very, very careful. Then you are trying to intimidate him. You are aggravating the issue the more. Igbo man can never, ever be intimidated. You see what I mean? You know what I mean? Now that they're bringing more charges, 7, they think that Nnamdi Kanu will do what? Back down. Because they have been bribing and asking him to collect bribe. He said no. He said no. That is not going to leave Biafra agitation. Now they have aggravated the issue more by more 7 count charges. Do you know how many years it takes Britain to suppress Igbo man and take over Igbo land, control of Igbo land? It's more than 60 years. If you fight Igbo man and fight him, you are making him more annoyed. You are making him to grow more annoyed, to understand that you are trying to tell him that you are stronger than him. We had intimidation in nature. That is Igbo man for you. These 7 more count charges will do what? Degenerate things the more. It will bring more aggression. It will bring out more agitation. It will bring out more monster in Igbo man. Monster living in Igbo man. He will never back down. He is now thinking that you are doing what? Suppressing and intimidating him. And Igbo man hates intimidation. When he is on his right. See, 7 more count charges, they will cancel it soon. Because someone that has known our chemistry too well has not been able to brief Malami, Erufai, the cloned president, the more about the nature of Igbo man. The 7 more count charges, the people that are supporting Biafra, both in diaspora and Nigeria, will go more brutal on Nigeria. I'm telling you, the best thing they could do now, they can do now, is to cancel those charges. And let us face.
Drop the charges.
Drop it, yes, they should cancel it. How can you? You are the criminal. You are the one that has committed offense. You are still bringing up more charges are emanating. From which corner? Who is responsible for that? Is it not federal government? Is it not the same caucus, the cabals? They are trying to rubbish everything. Nnamdi Kanu will never back down. Nnamdi Kanu's agitation ever, forever, until he achieves Biafra. So, come 2 days time or Thursday, that's 21st, Nnamdi Kanu must come to the court. Okay. The other one I predicted that was on July. You see what happened? They could not bring him, but this one they must, because if they fail to do that,
prophet,
I say God tells him, I don't ever lie. I don't lie to my God. I don't ever say what I believe God did not tell me. I'm believing on my instincts. Do you understand? I have never made myself a pastor, and I've never claimed to be someone that God has called for once in my life. So I don't do anything involving God. No. In a public like this, I follow what is trending. I follow what I know that will come next. Do you understand? Subsequently. So I believe that if they fail to bring in Nnamdi Kanu to court, that will make each and every Igbo man IPOB member. Ohanezes are vibrating. They are foaming up that they should produce him. They failed everybody. People like elderly statesman Ezife Okwadikawan. He's from Anambra State. Once a governor under Abacha. Are you listening to me? That man was there. He always calls him my son. Ofalo Tabue, Obi of Furniture. He was there. Many Igbos who in school were there. And these people failed to produce Nnamdi Kanu as a result of what? You don't know. Cowardly. They are afraid. Because they know that if Nnamdi Kanu ever was brought to court that day, that was July, I'm telling you, he will never, ever go back. That was a good prediction. I made it and it came to pass. But this one, they are bringing him. Because failure to do so, Ohaneze will become IPOB. I know some good Ohaneze branches and units across the country that are IPOB. The federal government don't know. You know why? I'm telling you, I belong to the unit.
Yes, come and ask you.
No. DSS are on my foot. I'm expressing my view. DSS, they are under my foot. I'm expressing myself. Are you listening to me? Self-expression. If they take me to any place, I will say defend it. I'm expressing myself. I'm a Nigerian. Are you listening to me? It is my civil responsibility to analyze public affairs or political analysis.
Are you getting set for the protest tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow protest is going to take the country by what? Surprise. They are going there, children. We are going there, I'm involved. We are going to there to tell the whole world. Do you know that Beyonce family, they are preparing for this test? Beyonce. Yes. I'm online 24 hours. I saw that. I saw it this early morning. They are talking about this protest tomorrow now. Don't you know that this Naomi, that world model, man, she has taken it up herself. She partook in the first NSAS protest. The American blacks, our sisters over there, that were taken to that place in 1492. They were celebrating with us. They were agitating with us in America over there. In the person of Naomi, world-class model. Don't you know? Naomi Campbell. So let me tell you, tomorrow we're gonna protest, and I'm telling you that I've been protesting and protesting on and on. Do you know how many interviews I've been granted under this platform in a month, in a year? Oga, I've been here for over 600 and something interviews, and those are protests against bad governance. Those are protests against humanity and injustice. Those are the protests against political inequality in Nigeria. And one of the best protesters in Nigeria. It doesn't mean if I get to the toll gate, if I fail to get to the toll gate there and stand up mount myself on a podium and start shouting. No, I do my protest. They should go there. I should go there. I must go there tomorrow. We are going to tell the world about what happened 12 months ago when Nigerian youths were killed and maimed. Even the fact that they cladded Nigerian banner, green, white, green on their body. Those green, white, green that you know is very, very divine. Man, they committed sacrilege. They what? They spilled blood of the innocent youths. Even though they were flying Nigerian color, those useless Nigerian soldiers that didn't go to school, they don't have their certificates, they don't know what it means to have someone's flag. They started shooting. And do what? They fired, they desecrated Nigerian banner, green, white, green, sovereignty. Let me tell you, if you hold the American banner, that flag with over 53 stars, are you listening? Do you know what it means to shoot someone with an American flag? Man, they are going to sentence you to death. You are not worthy of living. But Nigerian president allowed Nigerian military to shoot innocent youths at toll gate, even though they were flying our colors, green, white, green. You see it? Why? That's why it is good. Before you become a president in Nigeria, before you become a president in Ghana, anywhere on this continent, go and be another Robert Mugabe. You must go school and read. We allowed an illiterate to be handling the affairs of this country. Somebody that has not gotten master's degree, how could you allow him to be there? So what we are seeing here, we bargain for it. Okay. Robert Mugabe bagged no less than 7 to 8 master's degrees. Robert Mugabe was more educated than a British man. Robert Mugabe is the like of Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. Robert Mugabe was lecturing in Accra, Ghana University when he was called in early 80s to take over the affair in Zimbabwe, and he died last year.
Okay. Finally, Mr. Arab, because of time.
So I want to tell you that the money they budgeted for, maybe next year budget, they included, thank you, Obasanjo and Abdul Salam, 2.2 billion. Abubakar, the past president that has stolen money successfully, let me name them: Jonathan, Abdul Salam Abubakar, Obasanjo, are you listening? And the rest of them that are alive. Buhari budgeted 2.2 billion. I shared that money among them. I arrived at 700 million each of them. For what? That 2.2 billion, Abi, 3 billion. What is it for? Why are you giving them that money? The one they have stolen, isn't that one enough?
Okay.
The money that they stole, is it not enough? Just yesterday, 30 people were shot at what? A market in Sokoto State. Tambuwali is the governor of Sokoto State. 30 were killed by bandits. Today is Mohammed Prophet Muhammad's birthday. The North are celebrating the birthday in the midst of what? Blood letting. They killed 30 people in the market in Sokoto. Tambuwal has not been able to invite federal government to declare state of emergency in Sokoto state. Why? This has indicated that Buhari has a tremendous hate against Igbo man. Okay, just how many people were killed in Anambra State? Buhari was just canvassing for state of emergency the other day. 30 were killed yesterday in the market over there at Sokoto State, and nobody has been able to declare state of emergency in Sokoto State. Buhari, I tell you, history, providence will surely judge you. Treasonable is my friend.
How do you know from Ijebu?
He's from Ijebu land.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Have Mr.
Yeah, good day. How now?
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. No, happy.
Just
Madud or Maru or what? Happy Madud, right?
Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah, we just keep having holiday, different holiday around. I don't know. Maybe it's just to douse the tension. They will just create holiday for us. Papa, I greet you, sir.
Okay.
Well done, sir.
Why protesters?
Great. Oh, wait. The viewers, I greet you. Tina Turner, kudos to you. Blessing to you. I appreciate you. Every time you call, you ask about what is going on in the country. Bless you, and God will always be with you. All the other viewers, Udeme, everybody, Pastor Ube, we appreciate you over there. Keep doing the good work. God Almighty will be your shield and cover. Thank you very much.
Okay, why protesters are still in detention?
Yeah.
Bodies of slain policemen yet to be released for burial. Gun stations yet to be fixed. Policemen working like refugees. Policemen still lack crowd control devices. Why protesters are still in detention? Is that enough reason why we have over 300 protesters last year still in detention?
If it is that, that is when the human rights has to come in. Me, I'm just even hearing that news now. I've never even known, because why did they set up the panel of inquiry, the NSAS panel of inquiry across the states? It's just to mend the grievances. And I'll be so shocked whether it's the annoyance of the police and what the headline of this Guardian, Vanguard, is telling us. I don't think I can totally believe. The burnt police station, majority of them has been rebuilt. Like the one in Jotubega, the one in Agege,
no, I don't think that
Idimu wasn't even touched. There are a lot of them that has been rebuilt. Even the area G here that was not touched, they still came around. They supplied them with amenities that they, where mobile amenities they can move with, like cars and all sort of things, just to cushion the effects of the pressure. So I think, but the body of the policemen that are still in mortuary, the 300 people that are still in detention, that is not left for our human rights lawyer to go and fight. They should not sleep in slumber this time around. The likes of the Falana, the likes of the Agbakuba, the likes of the Zekome, the likes of the Adegborua, they should now rise up and make sure those 300 people are released from the custody. Because the police and the police chief that is saying we can protest, definitely the violence in the Head House the last time was being orchestrated by the government themselves, and which I can boldly tell people that when you look at some other states that the protest was going on, like in Abuja especially, I personally watch an SUV, Land Cruiser SUV, tinted glasses that were dropping some hoodlums on the ground, and those hoodlums, they were perpetrating crisis. They were disturbing people that were just protesting, peacefully. So what led to the killing? I think the government too should put an answer to it, because if not the violence, if not the soldiers that happening, everywhere was smooth, everywhere was going peacefully. I was in Alausa peaceful, our protest ground. I was there. And we took over that place for almost 5 days. And there was nothing, even the policemen, the Alausa police station, the men were on ground to protect us that time. So what led to that killing is only government that can answer it, because I have never seen any reason. And mind you, it might be political, sponsors, political enemies that perpetuate that issue of burning and mining properties, because that's what I dislike in my life. Protest shouldn't be more violent to the extent of burning the utilities that is still with the masses that will suffer for it. They went on burning, the buses, the buses, the passenger buses and all these things. And, I totally disagree with that. But about the 300 people, I still insist the lawyer should do their job. You are calling yourself human rights lawyer. This is the time for us now to know you as human rights lawyer. Because we remember those days when Ghana is in problem, the other lawyers will rise up. Anybody they pick up along Ghana, because I remember I used to go down to Yaba, there where the NLC secretariat is. That is always the offshoot of the protest those days. But now where are the human rights lawyers? For them to be seen 300 innocent citizens to be languishing and still in detention, and they are not coming out to fight their rights for them. I mean, it's a shame for the human rights lawyers we have in this country now.
Okay, let's look at 7 more count charges refashion for Nnamdi Kanu. What do you think the federal government wants to do with that?
You see, when you look at it, it's been an incessant happening event. To nail him, I'm saying this. I want to start from somewhere. When General Obasanjo came into power, he had similar things like this. From the south-south, from the southwest, I don't know how that was snowball into crisis. The OPC was having their own crisis in the west here. The Niger Delta were having their own. The eastern people were having through Owazurike, through Ghana Dam. Southwest was having their own. Through Asari Dokubo, south was having their own. Obasanjo intention was to clamp them down and for them to spend the whole terms with him, right? If not the courts, the power of judiciary, then. So when Jonathan too came, you could remember the case of Henry Oka, that his boys went to bomb Eagle Square.
Yes.
It's still in detention until now. I think Jonathan hands was lay his hand on Henry Oka. I'm sure Henry Oka will have used the remaining years of his tenure with him. I think that's been a recurrent issue with our leaders. Once you trouble their government, they want to keep you, silent. Maybe run the government out together, So in case of Nnamdi Kanu, I want to say, if the leader of the Southeast, this is the time they should show their political, strength.
When is it called the federal government that he must produce him in court?
Ohaneze cannot do all this talking. They cannot do all this issue on ground. The people that can do it, they are the political leader of the Southeast. This is now to put their strength, the political strength, in test. And what I mean by political strength, how they can lobby, how strong they can lobby with the people in power. That okay, this is our son. Let us have him. But once they clamp down that treason and felony on him again, that's going to be a serious case. So it's better they called their leaders together now. Go pick your first 11. Let them pick their first 11 from the Southeast to go and judge up with the power, the government in power. Because this guy, he has all the power. He's the president as it is now. Take it or leave it. Obasanjo did it. Jonathan did it with Henry Oka. So now, what I'm saying, let them, their leaders, that have been politicking for a while now, let their leaders get their bearings together and go and find a soft landing space for Kanu. But another factor is the woman in charge of that case, that woman, Justice Yanko. She's a no-nonsense woman. But what make Kanu case got more worse than this? Jumping of bail. And you jump bail. Why do you resolve it?
Has it been confirmed that he jumped bail?
By the court? By the court, because the military that was sent to harass him, a fighter, freedom fighter. You have to stand. Mandela never run. All these guys never run. They can't kill Nnamdi. If they kill him, the government is going to face genocide. Killing. Because what has it done? It's just protesting as of that time. And the Abaribe that granted him bail, he nearly put him in soup that time. if not the military angle that busted his house. And those military, I dare say it, they can never kill. They couldn't have killed Nnamdi, because what has he done? Did they catch him with firearms? Is he facing them with firearms? The Buhari government will have faced serious genocide problem. It would have been a trap. But God forbid, I don't think anything will have happened to him. But that jumping of bail is the issue they are clamping on now. And you jump bail.
The courts confirm that you jump bail. That's my question.
Inyako forfeited the bail fund. Bond? The guy dropped now. What's this man called? Senator Abadibi. 100 million naira he dropped. They forfeited. He has to be forfeited. He's still fighting on it that they should release his money for him. So the bail jumping complicated the whole thing. And you jumping, why are you still doing in a territory where there's Interpol agreement signed, what's it called? Nigeria has Interpol agreement with nearly all the African countries, that if you are looking for a wanted man, if you land in your country, hold him down for us and extradite him down here. And that's just the beginning of Kanu problem. I wouldn't have even near Africa at all. What is he doing around, even close border to Nigeria? Look at Kenya, look at Nigeria. What are you doing there? What can they even bring you? You're a citizen, for God's sake. Why did you not stay in your country and be waiting for any government that is insane that will come and arrest you there? So that's my own take there. About the hands.
What I understand is that it has not been confirmed
that he jumped bail.
Yeah, it has not been confirmed that he jumped bail. That's what I understand.
But the next hearing that was supposed to attend after that time, he was nowhere. The judge
it has not been confirmed by the judge, by the court.
The court has confirmed it that time that he was not presented in court.
That he jumped bail.
Somebody that they could not see.
No, there are two different things. He was not in court and jumping bail. What was the reason why he was not in court? That is where this case is now. Why they have not concluded that he jumped bail? Why did he not appear in court? That is where they are.
Why did he not appear in court? That's the last court sitting. Yes, that's the last court sitting. Because you see, the masters are in charge, and the power that be are in charge, and they have every instrument of government, right, to play their magic, right? It might be because of this amendment, 7-count charge amendment, case they want to bring against him, that they will apply. You see, all these people, government, that's why they said you can't fight government. For you to fight government, you must be ready to sacrifice a lot. That is before you start embark on. Look at Igboho now. Igboho was arrested in Benin, was chained like a criminal. Was chained both hands and legs like a criminal. Why? The offense, Benin capitalized on Nigerian complaint that he has been instituting violence in the country, all sort of thing. But nevertheless, he did not commit that crime in our country. But what he committed was the illegality migration process he used to enter Benin, and which this thing carried almost 20 years in prison times. But thank God he has a good lawyer, Falola, that was flown in from France to stand for him. And that guy is really trying. The way it is now, his health is so deteriorated that they have to seek permission that let this guy go and treat himself. When he finished the treatment, he has to come back. Because he cannot jump bail likewise. Igboho cannot jump bail in Benin. That is the problem now. He cannot jump bail. And Benin is like a godson to France. So they are all Anglophone. So it will even make it more easier to extradite him down to Benin back. So that's why I always say that if you want to fight government, you fight government to finish. You wait and look at the example of Mandela. Let's even forget his era has been so far dead. But if you want to start something, you wait and finish it. Look at Abiola. Abiola ran away. He came back. What did they slam on him? Treason and felony. When he came back, did he survive it? Did he survive it? Nevertheless, some Yorubas, betrayers, sellouts, we know them. Some of them are late. Somebody like Arishekola, we know him. We know it. The action he took then. That was why they attack him in UI then. You see, the problem now is if you don't start what you cannot finish, what you can't stand by, don't start it. What you cannot hold on to, and that is what will make you a human rights.
I'll just one more question. One last one. If you're in Nnamdi Kanu and military forces come to your house, and at the end of the operation they killed 28 people, would you still stand?
If they kill 28 people and
killed your mother? Sorry, kill your.
They did not kill his mother.
No.
They shock. It was the shock.
No, they killed one.
It was the shock. No, it was the shock.
Okay, 28 people died.
28 people died.
Still wait.
Were those people harmed or not?
They killed.
Were they harmed? Those people that were killed, were they harmed?
I don't have a
were they harmed or not? You say
none of the military officers
you don't
that they died. Any of them died.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
They thrown into the compound and killed.
Two wrongs don't make a right. I'll tell you that.
Would you stand?
Rather, if they are looking for me, I'll surrender myself to them. I will surrender myself.
If you were in Igbo's position, would you stand?
If I were in Igbo's position, Igbo, for him to have escaped, right? He did not escape outside the country. He was still within the country. When they were monitoring him, there was an alert the federal government gave that nobody should issue. Igbo is trying to, collect a new passport, all sort of things. You see,
would you wait if you were Igbo? When he's out of the country or it's around the country, would you wait?
And that's why I say you don't start what you can't finish.
Would you wait if you are Igbo?
Say me, I'll wait and face the consequence now. Okay. I'll wait. You see, I've been in that terrain before. Okay. I've been in that terrain. There was a bloody protest we had in secondary school there under General Oluni that just died not too long. He was the sole administrator of Oyo State. We had that protest. It involved a lot of destruction in the school because there was a lot of oppression going on there. Then what happened was when the whole team, the bubble busted, when they caught us, I surrendered. Okay. I surrendered and I waited, and we later become hero. So there was no maltreatment they can give to us because majority of the people were in our support. That this thing must be put to an end, and we became an instant hero to the extent when any one of my junior see me today, they honor me like an hero, and I see tomorrow I will still repeat the same. Okay. So a coward, don't be a coward if you know you cannot wait to face the consequence of what you want to start. Right?
Have you read the book, The Art of War? Have you read that book, The Art of War?
Art of War? That he will fight and run away. No. Have you
read that book, The Art of War?
I've done. So
okay. Go and read that book, Mr. Kunle. Then we'll have another conversation. Thanks very much.
So you don't run, right? Just stay.
They can't. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Charles. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Charles.
Yeah. We are waiting. We are getting ready.
I told you I'm Thursday. Coming out tomorrow. I told you.
For Thursday. And we expect to see you.
Why not? Tomorrow is 20th, and I believe, and I'm going to be the first person to be there.
If I don't see Mr. Lucky,
and I told you.
If I don't see Mr. David, if I don't see you, I exonerate Mr. Okokondem. He said he's an old man. So everybody, tomorrow, let's know what. Okay, let's start. What do you think about a 7-count charge against Nnamdi Kanu? Fresh charges.
Well, like my brother Raifu said, that you don't fight governments, because when you believe most of the things that these governments are doing, the 7-count charges you are talking about, what are the yardstick for the 7-count charges? What has him done? This is just a freedom fighter. This is a man that is fighting for his freedom. This is a man that is fighting that he should release that undue influences on certain things the government is doing is not favorable to his own people, and he's fighting. What are the measurements of the count charges given to him? You can't just bring out the count charges because
terrorism charges, treasonable charges.
Let me ask you, this is somebody that is fighting for freedom. Have you ever heard that Nnamdi Kanu comes out with a gun fighting anybody? No, he has never done that. Have you ever find out that somebody like Nnamdi Kanu is there asking those IPOB members that they should go out and bring guns and fight people? What are you talking about? I have every right. We are here standing today. The reason why we are here is because we have that freedom of speech. Our fundamental human right, we must express ourselves. So this man in the constitution, he has every right to fight for what belongs to him, as long as he's not fighting it in an unlawful way. This man has never, for one, fight anybody. This is the same person that they went to his own house. They killed almost everybody in his compound. They killed, if I'm not mistaken, one of his family was shot dead. And because as a result of that, the mother or the father got shocked and died. And you are telling me that somebody like that person should not be as in much more stronger to fight for what he belongs, what he wants. My brother, all those kind of charges, I don't think even the government, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know at all. They are just trying, they are not looking for a means of nailing this man down. And trust me, if they don't remove those kind of charges, that's going to be a very big problem.
40 killed as bandits attack Goronyo market in Sokoto.
My brother, there's something is happening in Zamfara. They said they disconnected all the network in Zamfara state. And after the disconnection of the network, what the bandits are doing, because there's no more means of communication, what they are doing is they will write letter. If they want to come to this particular place, they will write letter and issue and give letter to you that they want to come to your place. Now, if at all they are doing something like that, now they say they will write letter, they will come to your house, they will give you. And then because they don't have money again, they don't have money to feed most of the captives in their possession, they are now releasing most of them. That is to tell you that the government, they knows what to do, and they knows what is duly meant for them to do. Sokoto, like I used to say here in this media, I was opportunity to grow up in the north. Sokoto has been known as a peaceful state. Go and ask anybody. I'm an Igbo man. Sokoto has been known as a peaceful state. But as long as the regime of this idiot, the regime of somebody like Buhari have taken place, definitely we don't expect anything. No state is fair now. The bandits, I am not even surprised that even Sokoto as a whole, they are experiencing what other states are experiencing. So they should, the killing of about 40 people in Sokoto is something that is not coming to me as a surprise. Are you getting me? Because most of the states, a place like Jos, a place like Kaduna, has been experiencing massive. You cannot, if they should ask you that you should go and count how many people were killed in Jos or a place like Kaduna, you won't be able to count them. But Sokoto, as it stands now, they are experiencing what the benefits and the quietness they have kept when other people were suffering. So I am not in support. Definitely, I'm not somebody I'm not in support of killings. But as long as you are not there to support others, you know, I was opportune to stay in Jos when those killings were going on. Most of the states, you find out that most of the states, they will just go back, they will throw themselves back because it has not even really affected them most. But now, it's coming to your state. If you are not careful, even from house to house, they'll be picking you and they'll slaughtering people around. That is exactly what you get in this kind of dispensation.
So that why I think that the network that they have disconnected has not solved the problem. It's not solving the problem.
Why I'm saying, the reason, what I'm saying here in essence is this. You disconnected network, fine and good. Let's assume there's a bandit out there and that you have a link to communicate with the government, or you have a link to communicate with the police, any police security. How will you do that? Maybe before you even communicate, maybe by writing letter, or maybe before you move out from here to there, you will be killed. So definitely, the disconnection of network is not an issue. Are you getting me? It's not an issue. The government knows what to do, and they knows what and how to fight whatever they want to fight. But what they are there is just to fight somebody that has nothing to do with government, somebody like Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay. Lastly, what is your prayer for tomorrow's protest?
Well, the government knows that the youth are coming out tomorrow, and even themselves, they are prepared. But I want to assure them and I want to tell them that they should stay back, because the youth are coming out just to protest peacefully. But if you are coming out to fight the youth, definitely the same thing that happened some years, as let's say about a year now, is going to repeat itself again. So definitely the youth, in a Western world, you have every right to protest. You have every right to protest. You have every right to do anything. But as long as, because protest is part of the what? Part of the democratic system of government we are into. So definitely the masses, the youth, they have every right to protest. It's just like what is happening in football now. You go to a place like Old Trafford, they told you that they want to protest, they want to do this. These are things that happen in Western world. So definitely it should not be restricted to what is going on here. So definitely the government should know what to do, not to even come out and telling themselves that they want to fight anybody. Thank you
very much. I have Mr. David here.
Morning.
Morning, David.
Morning to you, Mr.
Let me bring it down a bit.
Wonderful.
Mr. David, please go and eat very well so that tomorrow we'll come out.
Okay.
We'll come out for the protest.
We'll come out.
Sure. Even though it's like 5 wraps of fufu.
I'll do that
Make sure
today.
we see some of the things in your body. Let there be.
So I can.
You can demonstrate tomorrow.
And demonstrate very well and wait for bullet. Collect bullet.
You collect bullet for freedom. It's still okay.
Very well.
In the fight for freedom, like Mr. Chigos, I believe he wants to collect the bullet. So it's a normal thing. Let's look at.
Now let me contrary to what Mr. Kule said. Let me debunk. I don't know why Mr. Kule could have come out publicly and said that. Now I believe the reason why Malami Kanu did not jump in, likewise Sunday Igboho. Now Malami Kanu was supposed to appear in court a day before government invaded his house. So how did he jump bail? Would you rather watch him? Would you rather watch the government of they kill him for no reason?
No, he said he will stand.
We said who?
He will stand. I asked him if he were to be Nnamdi Kanu.
He cannot stand. It's just mere talk. He cannot stand. Nobody can stand. He cannot stand. He would not stand. Why would you invest? Someone has a court hearing tomorrow, and see a day before the court hearing, you invaded his apartment. You wanted to kill him. I didn't mean you have waited there. Government would have killed him, silenced him, and there will be no report. And nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Nobody can hold government to ransom. Nobody can take that to court. The best thing he did was to what? Run away. And what is the best thing? I would do same thing. I would do same thing if I were in the shoes. How can you invade someone's house without no search warrant? Nothing. So what is the aim of the government going there? Was it to pamper him? Please, drop agitation. No. The government aim was to go and kill him. It was not to plead him.
Without notice.
Without notice. You coming to someone's house without notice. What are you going to do? Going there to do? You have what? Ulterior motive. That is the truth. So Mr. Kule should not come and say Mazi can jump in. He did not. No, to my own.
They have really fired Mr. Kule very well. So let's make it easier for him.
No, to my own opinion, he did not jump in because this government of the day are so biased and they are so clueless. You can see what happened to Sunday Igboho. What happened? He ran away. I'll do the same thing.
Okay, let's leave that. Please, let's have it easier, Mr. Kule. Everybody has his own
opinion. Very well. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not castigating him. No, everybody has his own view.
Leave me with my opinion.
Sure, very well.
Leave me with my opinion.
Okay.
I've not been here. I always been talking damn about this government. But I'm saying if there are some lapses I see, I have to say it out. So leave me with my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Nobody is a monopoly of opinion.
Okay, let's continue. 40 killed as bandits attack Goronyo Market in Sokoto State.
It's a normal routine. So what else? It's a normal routine.
Or is it supposed to be a normal routine?
Is
it supposed to?
In a norm, in a sensible country, it's not supposed to be. But now the government of the day has made it normal, whereby killing now has now become the trend of the day, happenings of the day. So someone cannot be killed in this Nigeria and you feel sorry for the person. No, because the government of the day does not want to bring a lasting solution to it. Yesterday, Buhari was saying, he's saying that the days of the bandits have been numbered. How long? How for many years has he been saying that? What has he done to that? What solutions has he proposed to that? Ever since he has been president, for good 6 years, he has been saying same thing. The days of the bandits has been numbered, and he keep on paying ransom. He keep on liaising with bandits. So what does he want? So indirectly he's promoting banditry. So I believe the problem, if he wants to be hard, let him be hard on them. You can see what is happening in Anambra State with the forceful acts whereby yes, soldiers have been deployed to Anambra and some eastern states. How many soldiers have been deployed to the north? The governor of Sokoto State, Tambua, isn't begging let the president deploy soldiers to his state. But since the president too is a bandit, they are better of federal. So see, how do you think the president would do that? What the president cares about is just to overrun the east and the west, and where you have the major calamity, nothing is being done about that. You can see the blood shed every day. Rather now, you will still go ahead, look for Gumi, like us with bandits.
Okay, why protesters are still in detention? Bodies of slain policemen yet to be released for burial. Bomb stations yet to be fixed. Policemen working like refugees. Policemen still lack crowd control devices. COVID response slow yet to rehabilitate 44 Bonds police stations.
Which of the questions?
Is that a good reason why protesters are still in detention? 300 protesters are still in detention.
That's like what Mr. Police said. This is the time we need to, our human rights activists need to stand up and condemn this, need to stand up and challenge the government. It's so now it shows that now majority of it send a very bad signal to those that want to go out tomorrow and protest. Now, what if the government arrests me? Will I be jailed? Will I languish in prison? That is the question. But now I believe the likes of Falano, Inibe and co, these human rights activists should come to their aid. They should come to their aid because now tomorrow will be a very significant day. Tomorrow I've already made up my mind and say anything will go be. Anything I've made up my mind. Say anything will go be. If I come back alive, fine, and if I don't, fine. Because it is high time we should stop complaining and walk the talk. Because Nigeria cannot be good if every day we keep on complaining that the government is bad and then we refuse to walk the talk. So I want to beg our parents, our daddy and mommies, I want to beg every meaningful Nigerian that mean well from this country that sit down. Don't see this struggle as the struggle for the youth alone. It is not the struggle for youth alone. It is by the struggle to liberate everybody. Let everybody come out and protest. It is not for this youth alone, because if tomorrow Nigeria get better, the youth would not enjoy it alone. But the aged ones would enjoy the country. The words, even our mommies and daddy would also enjoy the country. So let everybody. So now it's what a collective work. So the youth should not be. It is not about the youth alone now. It should be a collective effort whereby everybody should come out tomorrow and protest. How we come out and protest. So let everybody. If the government wants to take us serious, if really we want to be serious, let everybody close their shops and let us take the government. You will see the government will sit up. But see, in this situation whereby it is only 10% of the youth who are coming out to just air their grievances, just to protest. Now, the government will not take us serious because 90% of those who are supposed to join the protest are going about their normal business. So if you want a new Nigeria, it is high time we do away from this talking. Let us march up to the street, face the government. How many are there? That is the solution, because we can come here, talk and then analyze policies. Nothing will change. This government will still bring hardship, impoverished. Nothing is going well in the country. Now I am tired of complaining. That is why I am joining the protests.
Okay.
So if you know you are tired of this complaint, don't sit in your comfort zone tomorrow. Don't sit in your house and say, what is bad? Why is that? Why is this one? Inflation is on the high side. Let everybody come out en masse. The young, the old, the youth, the adult, the children. Let everybody face these people and then watch what will happen. Between the children and I, we will have this country back. That is it.
On the 21, Nnamdi Kanu is arraigned. What do you think? If it does not arraign, what will happen?
Well, why wouldn't they want to? Why? On what basis? Hold him for no trial. Who does that? How can you hold an accused person without no trial? That is injustice now. So it shows that Nigeria has become a zoo. If the government knows what is good for them, let Kanu be arraigned in court. Kanu has right to fair hearing. Yes, even if he's guilty or not, he's still an accused person. He has not been prescribed guilty by the court. So let the court decide. So the federal government cannot hold on to Kanu, and then people, and then there will not be what outcry. Let them. Now again, my fear is the justice that is handling the case, Justice Binta Nyako. I know her husband is a top-notch APC supporter, and I saw the family. That's my fear, because I know her husband can still lobby her to rule, for the justice to rule in favor of the federal government. That's just my fear, because I believe she's not from the north again, and this northern factor might also want to play him. So that is my fear. But if the government really know what is good for them, let Martin and Mikalu be arraigned in court on Thursday, or else,
Okay.
war is coming.
Thank you very much. Like 2 minutes, because we're almost through. Like 3 minutes. I want your comment on the Nnamdi Kanu's case. Extra 7-count charge against Nnamdi Kanu prior to his arraignment Thursday.
I'm not surprised now that the government is filing fresh charges. The government is filing fresh charges against him. In the first place, the government has nobody charges against Kanu. Kanu is just being persecuted. What Kanu is expressing is persecution in the hands of oppressors.
Persecution in the hands of oppressors?
Oppressors, yes. What is going on is Kanu undergoing persecution in the hands of oppressors. Let me just tell you, whoever these people think they are today, they're in power. As long as their actions, their attitude, their conduct represent means oppression and persecution, they will fail. Okay, they will fail. They will surely fail. Buhari is not sincere in the pursuit, in the fight of the so-called against security also. What brought about Kanu matter? What brought about Igbo's matter? So it's because they rose up to challenge the domineering, action of a section of the country that want to enslave, that want to create a class, or let me say classes of citizens in Nigeria.
Someone asking your name.
I'm Mr. O.J. Olajide.
Mr. O.J. Olajide.
Yes.
Continue.
But because what brought Kanu into this issue? What brought Igbo into this issue? It's because they are freedom fighters who rose up against domination of an entrenched agenda of a section of the country to rule over the rest, to grade them into classes of citizens, where we have first class citizen, second class, third class, and compulsory domineering or dominion over them. And in such a situation where you have oppression, people must rise up. Who go to the scripture? No oppressors last.
Oppressors.
No, they will be crushed. It's a matter of time. They will meet their Waterloo. If they're perverting justice now, they will fall into that same injustice they're perverting, and they'll be perverted too. They will have no justice to stand for them. It's a matter of time. No,
Buhari is 80.
It doesn't really matter. To help with whatever age he is. To help to whatever how old he is. As long as he remains an oppressor, executing entrenched sectional, parochial, nepotic agenda over the rest citizen, he won't go free. Is he above the law of God? Who is he? Who is he? It is a pity. You see, when God is preparing somebody for destruction, he'll be heading towards a land of. Look at how this. Okay, what brought the issue of Igboho? Igboho rise up to challenge Fulani killing of his people. Is it Igboho that Buhari should be challenging, should be arresting? What about the Fulani herdsmen that have been killing all around the country? Tell me one Fulani herdsmen that he has arrested. They are prosecuted. He has not done that. No Fulani herdsmen have been arrested and prosecuted. So he rose up against people who are rising up against attack on their people. So he thinks he's fighting. He's wasting time. He will be caught in the same way he's set for people. In the same pit he did for people. He will fall into it.
Are you saying the same way with Abacha?
Look, he's a human being. He's not God. Is it about supernatural justice? It's not. Buhari, he knows he's not sincere to the rest of the country. He knows he's executing, sectional agenda now, political agenda, political agenda. Is it part of what the country? Tell me what Fulani herdsmen have been arrested and prosecuted in the whole country. Tell me one person. Mention them. They've killed all across the country. Mention one person that be. What brought about Igbo? Did Igbo has surrounded awareness campaign in the 5 states. Tell me whom he has attacked. Tell me also we go as and kill. But number of Fulani herdsmen have killed thousands across the country. Tell me one man that one of them that Buhari has arrested and prosecuted in the court of law. He didn't do that. He was busy chasing at people who rose up to defend their people. I thought he would go scot-free. He's building up his own what do I say? His own repercussions too. Because he will reap. He's a human being, he's not God. He will reap. So no matter how nepotic the parochial and sectional agenda is pursuing, he will fail at it. Let me tell you, I will be surprised if the government brings Kanu to court on Thursday. I'll be surprised. I don't expect them to bring him to court. I'll be surprised if they bring him to court. What charges do they have against him? Who has he killed? Somebody rose up and defended his people. You are now saying he's a terrorist. The bandits, the Boko Haram that you are giving amnesty, you are recycling back to the society. Tell me how number of Boko Haram have been charged in the court. How many bandits have been charged to court? How many Fulani have been charged to court? Tell me their number. They are not being charged to court, but freedom fighters, Kanu should be more prayerful. It's one of the prices he has to pay for freedom fight. It's one of the prices. Okay. Freedom does not come by easy. There are prices that cost you pay for it. It should not be discouraged. Let's focus on God. His people, he should not look out to any human being. It is God that will bring him out of the
Let's talk about the protest tomorrow. Tomorrow. NSAS protest anniversary tomorrow.
The NSAS protest of tomorrow. If I have my way, I will advise those youth not to contend with this government, because we have there are some things you do with wisdom. This is a government that is ruthless, that wants to subdue, oppress, coerce, silence any opposing views, whether in form of speech, in form of protest, form of whatever form you think they want to come up. So when you see a government that does not respect human rights, that unleash armed men against defenseless citizens who are protesting constitutionally their over grievances they have by the government, and the government will brutally cross them, I will advise them that if there's a way they can make their feelings to be known, they should do it in such a way such that this government will not waste their life, because they say he who lives and wrong. Okay, who will fight and run lives to fight other days. If you have been wasted, you have been killed, you can't rise up, you can fight. Once I thank God for his Kanu was not there, he's still alive. He's going to march upon. See, you the interview me here many times. These are oppressors. You will see them. We will look for them. We will see them again. They will go the way others have gone. It's true. They will go the way others have gone. They are oppressors. They are not rulers. They are oppressors, and no oppressors live. No oppressors survive. Go through the same door. They will go the way of oppressors. All of them. No matter the power they are wielding now, we will look for them. We will see them. We will march over them. It's a matter of time.
Okay.
So as far as the Kanu, I'm not surprised that if they bring him tomorrow, I'll be surprised. I'll be too shocked. And about the protesters to just avoid this bloodthirsty, sucking, demonic government that's ready to crush them. They should value their life. I won't come out. My whole spirit and soul, my prayers with them. But I won't advise them to come out and dare go on trusting men who does not have the fear of God, who are ready to kill and destroy them. That's my take for them. Okay. That's my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jide. Yes, Mr. Kule, yeah, even passing through the front.
Sorry. No.
Do you want to wait, Mr. Kule? No, stand here. Mr. Kule, stand here. Wait, calm down. Calm down. Breathe in.
Okay.
Do you want to respond, or do you want to apologize, or what's your? You know, if you have an opinion, you stand on your opinion.
No, you don't tell me what.
Okay, so
now what I want to say, which majority of the people don't know, like Kanu case when it started. The woman in charge of that case, Justice Inyanko, the case was trending towards in favor of Kanu already. And when he left the shore of this country, what was he doing in African country like Kenya? Nigeria is a superpower in Africa. They count Nigeria as a big brothers in Africa because of the economic factor. What I'm saying, why didn't people advise him not to even step on the soil of Africa, Kenya for that matter? When he was in England, everything was peaceful with him. But he moved from UK to Kenya to do what? And people there could not even curtail his movement. That what are you going to do in your enemy's backyard? He was lured to Kenya, as according to what we were told. So what I want to say, if my statement this morning did not go well with you, just take it the way I am. Take me the way I am. Because my own grievances is Kanu is a freedom fighter, and you know the country you are coming to do not want you. The neighboring country, they are sell out to Nigeria already. Look at what happened to Igboho in Benin. Now, the African soil he came to was my own grievances. That the case, the woman in charge of the case, I still repeat it, in Yanko, is not in support of what the government was doing as of that time. And the case was to favor them, right? But people are over there saying, what is this saying? What is this saying? You were there when it was about moving. You could have, if you're full supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, you should have monitored his movement. Mr. Man, don't step on the African soil. You know, it's better to prevent any crisis before, you know, the snowball into, you know, disaster. That is my own view this morning.
Thank you very much. Mr. Akule has stated his opinion and his position on whether Nnamdi Kanu, John Bay. However, it seems he's not really hitting it at the point. But let's not drag this. Let us not drag this.
Let us not capitalize on that.
Okay.
Anybody has his own view.
Okay. 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 We have moved the end of Bystanders Newsstand this morning. I'm Christian Chuko. Thank you for your participation today. Ade Deji, Pinchas Bado, Ezenwata, Liverpool, Cyrus Divers, Charity Abakwam. Thank you very much for today. And again, let's meet and do this tomorrow. Same time on same place, same station. We're on Instagram, Flip TV NG on Instagram. You can get there and watch the protests we are going to have tomorrow. Also, we are also going to televise it around on YouTube. And also we are on Facebook, E247 Facebook for more updates and reviews and interviews. I'm Christian Chuku. You can reach me on Facebook, Christian Chuku, for more updates and for more interaction. Thank you very much. I'll meet tomorrow by God's grace. Bye for now.